definitely the time to do it.
Now with the semis, this is going to be best of 5, first to 3, gentlemen.
Magnificent.
Best of 5, first to 3. So they know. And Eli also coming from losers 2-1 over Flex.
Nice. Nice, Sue.
So Simi's looking good. Ras and Steph here. Let me just change the deal thing. Raskills. It's pronounced Raskills,
bro. I will forever call him Raskills, though, bro.
Hey, that's you're gonna have to take that up with him. It's like what do you call it? It's a double. It's just like mine. It's a double entendre, you know, two things. It's not as seductive as mine, though. You know.
But yeah, we're getting our opponents in. I'm the third.
You have his permission.
And I give you permission, bro. That's pretty. That's as we say
nice.
In the business. That's pretty poggers, bro.
Pog champ. All right, wonderful piss mirror, and no doubt Ras will be taking advantage of. Well, no, because he's got one slender in hand.
Okay. Well,
right,
I think it's going to be a full mirror then, isn't it?
Oh, this looks like lightning here. So Braun fashion going here versus whatever Steph's got on. His thick legs. All right, we're counting in. You ready?
I'm ready when you are, darling.
3, 2, 1.
Boom, and there we have it. We have the buffs coming out here from both of our players in the ranker pots there. The Skelly Bones keeping it spooky, although it's not spooky season yet. And we're going to see that Jump L1 come out, but not able to connect.
And is going to be NA West to Italy EU latency, so quite a bit of latency here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. PSSS is going to be pretty hard in this matchup, but I think in fighting EU laggards, Raskills kind of learned the hard way not to go into the fists in that matchup. It can be pretty rough, and oof. I was full sure he was going to go off the first. Oh, nice little bit of chip damage there from one of the swords, though. So there is going to be a nice little bit. It's going to be that back and forth, I feel, and the sling comes out, but got a little bit too close for comfort, so we kind of got that roll out. Keeping up in center here, and we're going to see this very slow game that Baymore definitely wants to keep up, and he's going to be interrupted 900 L1. Oh no! Oh my god!
It do be like that.
It's, Stormveil Memento, I think. Oh dear. Ooh, the damage in a piss mirror is catastrophic, but the mental damage from that is going to be even more catastrophic. Oh no!
Gravity always wins, man. Everybody troll this man.
Can we get Fs, please?
Yeah.
I think an F is required for that one, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Steph fell off the map.
Yeah, Rex coming in with a little bit of respects being paid. Yeah, if Gravity wins, that's Gravity 1. Stephonicc 0. Oh dear.
Both of these gentlemen in this fight, though, have been able to beat the first boss in Armored Core in Chapter 1, and I still haven't, so kudos to them.
Hey, listen, at the end of the day, they both have better gamer chairs, alright? Just look at it in that way, Edgy. That's all it is.
And you see Frosty and try, hey man, don't worry, I've done that more than once in tournaments. It's like the Bueno Pat. The Bueno Pat. It's not gonna ease the sting. All right, let's play the second round. Don't fall off. Steph.
Yeah, let's get on with it. Yeah, don't fall off.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, and the bolt is out. We are going to see the physics from both of our players. So, will one of them be responsible for the health bar going to 0 this time. It remains to be seen, ladies and gentlemen. Gravity hopefully won't take another one. Good rolls coming out here on the side of Baymore, and Raskills try and keep that little bit of counter pressure. Stop Baymore. Oh, that's a lot of damage. That's painful. As you see, Stephonicc kind of keeping it, kind of trying to cool it down a little bit, trying to keep the pace of the fight nice and slow, which is evidently what he's after. But Raskills here doing a good job of just keeping up that pressure. We see that
little bit of cheeky neutral dance from Ras there. Well, I don't know about that. Maybe a little latency there.
You know, it's a little bit more Dark Souls 3 going on here, as we are going to see. Just goes for those jumps and kind of chills back in neutral. Then again after this, and we see the jumps come out, and Baymore dangerously close to the edge again. But oh, and beautiful whiff punish here on the side of Raskills, calling out that jump beautifully. That is the bread and butter of the matchup, as we are going to see another bread and butter of the matchup, as we see the attempted roll catch comes out there, and a little bit of chip from that dagger, and we see the crouch R1s.
Not afraid to go for 3 L1s here. He's definitely calculated.
He has a life advantage, and he's not afraid to use it here, as we see the crouch R1 come in again, as he's keeping up that degree of pressure. And yet again, and the trade comes out.
2-0.
Oof. 2-0. I want to say, good, very, very good on Baymore there. He tried to keep control of the pace of the fight, but just these spacing mistakes went through, and it just was unfortunately not quite able to make it through on that one. And you know, I think it's there. We've seen it in the earlier rounds. There is the capacity there to get that really tight spacing in from the side of Stephonicc. But you know, he's done a phenomenal job. He's had a really good run through this tournament so far, and but he is up against one of the top players in PSN right now. So he's a tall order. So he's gonna have to play it much more safer, and it'll remain to be seen how he's able to get through. So GG WP to both, and Raskills just had that spacing down, looking for those whiff punishes, managing to call out some of those jumps. And one of the things that's really good in the PSSS matchup is the pre-spacing. The pre-spacing that comes out, looking for those jumps, because the jump L1 is just so good. You're forced in, you go for that jump attack, and if they pre-space it right, then they can get that punish.
And that kind of tech is kind of what distinguishes a good PIS player, a good Power Stance Straight Sword player from like a great player. You see players like Ras and Braun and Inservins and people who play that, you know, the best. They'll just, when you jump, you better have a calculated jump. If not, they're gonna punish you hard for it.
Yeah, and then there's the other part of it then as well, where you can change the distance of your jump as well to try and like throw them off, and then you can whiff punish the attempted call out. Like it's an interesting matchup in the sense, and
there's so much, people give so much shit to the Power Stance Straight Sword mirrors getting being boring, which they can be, but when they get to that higher level, they really are interesting. There's a lot that goes into them. But anyway, and
I'm ready whenever you are, darling.
3, 2, 1.
Boom! Out goes the bolt, and we're going to see the physics from both of our players. The Ranker pot is going to be punished by a little bit of a dagger. I think the first blood is going to be Stephonicc here, as we see the swap over from
regening back to full health.
Nice, as it has. You listen, you know what? That's part of the game at this point. Get those tally swaps down, and we see that good jump come out here from the side of Raskills. Not going to be called out, and both of them forcing rolls though with these jumps so far, and we see the jumps come out. The good rolls here, good roll discipline on the side of Stephonicc, but thought he had that punish, and unfortunately
punishes the crystal dart.
Very nice though on that one. That was a good calculation, as you would put it yourself, Veggie. And we see these crouch R1s come up just to stop the attempted pressure out of that jump. And the trades come out, and who won that trade, Veggie?
I think Ras won it. He had a nice little Koopa stomp on the head, and then he was able to get a half hit, and then took the L1 after that. So he has quite the advantage.
Again.
Nice L1. Ras playing a little bit aggressively with this 2-0 lead. I think he's taking in some risks here. He's getting punished.
He can definitely afford to.
Yes, sir.
And these the jumps, forcing the roll here is Raskills again, once again, and really calculated play here. He's been very brave with some of those punishes. He's definitely he knows the latency, he knows the distances, and he seems to have Stephonicc here a little bit downloaded. So it's an uphill climb, but the damage that Codeds are able to just like.
See Steph back on 2 Codeds as well. Maybe feeling a little bit more comfortable that way. Or maybe he just forgot. I don't know.
I think it's just he's looking for that raw damage, but he's going to be punished for trying to go for the backswing again.
Yeah, little 8 punish there.
Good,
Rash
really
looking
good
good,
space.
playing very good neutral. Nice roll.
And he has those jump ins as well. He has a really solid. He's always just on the outside of a punish, and has just waiting for the attempted punish.
Ooh.
This is going to be really close, Veggie. Oh no.
I still can't get over his little spins in neutral. I really like him. I really like that.
Almost calls out that crouch attack there, and we see it. Does he get the backswing? No, he doesn't, but he does. Weird little anti-air comes out there, and that's going to be Raskills moving. The raw skills moving forward.
Raskills.
You let these Raskills in here? God damn,
Let these Raskills in here.
GG's to both, though. That was a really good match, lads. Well played.
On to losers, Baymore. Mr. Steph.
Go forth and conquer, my dude, and hopefully we'll be seeing you again later, and definitely added to the list of players we'll have to be keeping an eye on moving forward, Veggie, because that was a very impressive match.
Hoog and Ark, what was the why is Eli? I'm just trying to catch up with losers here before we get into 2-1 versus Flex. I kind of whiffed on the challenge a little bit there. Sorry, Eli.
No worries. What's it?
If I can just have an update on
Yeah, we'd love and appreciate everyone to just keep Mr. Vegetables up to date with the scores and stuff, just so we can kind of keeps everything nice and smooth.
I just want to verify it's 1-1 Ark and Hooguru. So Hooguru, you took the stock from Fallen Angel there. Is what I'm taking. Clevey 1-2-0 versus Charles. GG's Clevey.
Well played.
And then Ark, 2-0 Scythe. Unfortunate for Scythe, kind of got. And then Ark, 1-1 Ark and Hooguru. So Clevey and Eli, and then Ark and Hooguru. And then now we move on to Snap and Frosty. Good match here. Excited for this.
This is going to be a good match. Yeah, this is going to be a good match. Again, you have Snap, who's multiple tourney winner, versus Frosty, who's a multiple tourney winner. You know, we're getting to that side of the bracket. I think it's top 8 right now. So this is where we're. This is the closing part of the tournament. You know.
Thank God.
And, yep. Thank you for saying that, so I don't have to. Fortunately, the off license is going to be closed by the time. We won't be getting our booze tonight, unfortunately, but we do have both of our players in, I think, don't we?
Hey, thanks for taking your Saturday night, by the way. I'm trying to. It's also the opening day of the college football season.
Are we talking actual football or that American nonsense?
American nonsense.
I have to hitch my head, dude.
Yeah,
no,
you should turn that on.
It's not right. Not real. Not real. I refuse to believe it. But either way,
yeah,
we have
fine.
both contestants in.
Fake.
I am ready whenever you are.
I'm ready to go. Yeah, some days, some days are just not Snap avoiding the and that just goes to show the level of Snap's experience. He was ready for the Grand Sacks. He's ready for competitive play, and he was able to avoid that punish, that knowledge check. Knowledge check.
Yeah,
failed.
definitely. and we're seeing the halberd, halberd cat again on the side of
and these
Frosty,
two
dude.
players, very patient, very adapted to tournament play. So we're going to see some 3 good matches. It's going to go on a while here. Both setups, both. Ooh, with the hyper armor.
The two-handed halberd is a different beast now, as we're going to see that nice pressure here on the side of Frosty.
And we're seeing Frosty here. I don't know if he's kind of realized it yet, but he's kind of he's kind of taking control of the match, and I think he's kind of realizing he's got Snap against the corners. But as you see here, Snap kind of retreating to that back. That's kind of his home. Although it's not best to be in the corner for most players, that is Snapcaster's home. He is a caster after all. Cheeky little caster.
He's like Mayweather in the corner, is he? You just can't hit him, kind of a deal. Is that how it be? Or?
Yep, he is a wizard. He loves it back there. He's all these freaking wizards.
But Frosty has to be careful again. One of the things that's going to be so nasty about those spears.
Not banned yet.
Oh, run R2 comes out here on the side of Frosty, and it's going to be that damage differential. How many times does Frosty have to hit Snap? Compared to how many
23.
times does Snap? Oh, that pivot.
Snap is on the back foot. He's not gonna be able to return from this. I don't think. I think Frosty has his number. I mean, spears are strong, but Frosty's in control of the match at this point.
Yeah, and that whiff punish there comes out. Oof. Very nicely done.
I do want to say that was a bit of a dominant performance there. Controlled neutral the whole time. Had Snap up against the wall.
Bouncing him from one corner to the other was Frosty there. Just
beating his head off the wall like a Snap. Good game, Snap. He's gonna pull it back though. He'll adjust. And from losers, Hoogaroo 2-1 against Art. Moving on.
Nice.
Hoogaroo, pretty formidable turn he's having here. Very strong in the carry-ins, Hoo. His pocket move, and then we're waiting on Cleavy and Eli. Again, best of 3 here. Best of 3, folks.
I will say though, what Frosty has to be careful of is if Snap does get his bearings, Frosty has to worry about running into some of those L1s, because again they hit for nuclear damage.
They really
to put it as politely as possible. The spears here are going to hit real hard, and from one hit, Snap does have the ability to kind of snowball off of it, right? He gets one hit, Frosty's forced back.
We're gonna look at Barbaric Roar Guitars.
And
he's gonna look to trade into it as well. He doesn't care.
I'm excited to see how this one pans out.
Are we ready, folks?
I'm prepared. Safety is off, and on the 3, 2, 1, go.
Snap is I drank my physics for no reason. Snap is very, very good with these fists. And there's the Barbaric Roar.
Oh, from neutral as well, and Frosty not ready for it, walks into it. Oh dear. That's the first blood, I think, to Snapcaster then. That's the first hit, and obviously the guitars here. Yeah, it is going to be guitars, and then he sets up for it. Is Frosty going to be there for a punish? Look at that waiting there to see if Snap goes for a follow-up. And
what's nice about these guitars, the true combo R2 will also combo into Barbaric Roar. It's very devastating.
And see it there. The Frostpock though knocks him out of it, unfortunately. But even then, the run attack are going to come out, and that bit of a mash afterwards as well. Frosty taken aback, not expecting it, and very nice call out there on the side of Snapcaster, knowing that Frosty was waiting for that whiff to try and take pressure. And speaking of taking pressure, he even manages to land the very tail end of the Barbaric Roar R2 there.
It's so extremely hard to deal with, and I noticed Frosty during the last FOC kind of, cheekily, I don't think that's a word, but he was kind of ironically saying how balanced the Barbaric Roar was in this game, so I don't think he's a big fan of it, so he's kind of getting a taste of it now.
Yeah, and it is nasty. It does force away aggression. You have to have some status in your back pocket, but he does
a little unnecessary mash from Snap there. I don't think it was the best. He was kind of hoping, ooh. Oh boy.
Oh, and then the follow-up with the run R1s there to try and put it away, and the bow to the audience, not to Frosty on that one from the side of Snap. That's going to be 1-1.
Yes, sir. And you have to roll. So once that R1, once you get hit with that running R1, you have to roll out because that the R1 spam will have priority. You got to get out of there. I don't know if he ran out of stam or what happened there, but he kind of got caught.
That was a real nice fight, and I want to say as well that you talked about kind of the whiffed mash attempt.
Mm-hmm.
You have to remember what Snap is thinking here is that Frosty's walked into it a couple of times already. What's to stop him from doing it again?
Yep.
So I can understand. It was understandable why he did it, and again, Frosty's going to be fairly cautious on the approach as well, just simply on the account of he has to worry about that barbaric roar. And his gap closers give more than enough time for that barbaric roar to go off as well. You know, their run attacks, your run R2s, your run R1s. If he goes for any of those on a punish, he is in for a world of hurt. So he's trying to wait. He's waiting for those punishes and then moving in. And the mash is definitely a good option to try and throw off the timing and catch him with the tail end of it. So, you know, well played to Snap. And even though there was a couple of blunders there, he persevered through, and we see him back in the house once again. A little spin there to greet us all to it, and Frosty chilling like a village, ice cold here in the corner.
Oh, it's a pass. He's gonna pass. What are you doing? Nice. Intercepted. Ohio State sucks this year. Sorry, folks. Unbelievable, man. Yeah, they're away right now. Anyway, let's go, guys. Unbelievable.
No, we do see the actual, oh, he goes for at that time the mix-up from Kilo. Frosty always one for those odd mixes, and instead of going for the self-buff, he does decide to actually just hit the dude. So nicely done on the side of Frosty.
Frosty got a lot going on here.
Frosty just has a lot of setups going on, and it's hard. I don't even know what he's using half the time. These on the unlock there, that was sick. Dylan here in neutral there again. We do see the physic come out. R2 from neutral. Kind of Snap has to be careful with those. He got away with it in the first round. He's not going to get around with it this time. The run R1. Are we going to see an attempt to go for that barbaric roar again? We don't. You're going to see really nice spacing though here on the side of Snapcaster.
Yes.
Keeping Frosty on his toes and getting that interrupt as well. Frosty calling out that mash again. Really nice play here on Frosty's part. Very, very nice. Oh, there's the Barbie roar out.
When he gets
tries
hit
to go for the punish. No. Snapcaster's on death's door here. He has to play it real careful.
Does he still have this tier, or is that a phantom tier?
I think he still does, but I'm not sure. I don't think the aromatic was enough to proc it, but
Frosty being quite aggressive, but now he's got the he's looking for the hyper armor and spinning. Is that spinning strikes?
Spin slash, I believe is the name, but I'm not sure. Oh dear, but the Barbie roar comes out.
Aggression. I was wondering when it was going to come out because Frosty was being quite aggressive after spinning strikes on the halberd.
We do see them kind of hide their away. Just it was unsightly, truly, as the barbaric roar came out. But both of them do come out of the corner once again, and the proc there, and that's actually a good idea. Once you get the frost proc there, get mashing out of it. People don't expect it if they miscounted, but Frosty, smarter than your average bear, does manage to get it off, and
he does do
this
status proc counting. Also, I need to be reminded to change. Yeah, to change that. We'll wait till after this match.
Run R2s are out, and then run R2s again, and the mash follows up afterwards there as well. And Frosty's so close to death here, but I believe both of them are kind of in the same.
There he goes.
Very nicely done here to the side of Snap. So that's going to be 2-1, right?
2-1 Snapcaster. So fists. I think fists versus this. I don't think Frosty's seen the piercing fist played to the level that Snap can play them. They're very. There's a lot of mix-ups that you can use, and I think he's going to need to adjust to him here.
Yeah.
And you see him fishing for the true combo, plus with the barbaric roar. There's so much that you can do with them. To try to mix it up.
They are pretty versatile, and obviously the difference, it's kind of like a weird twin blade situation, right? You have the run R1s and you have the run R2s into a kind of a mash that can really throw people off, because having that hyper armor option just keeps the other person so honest.
Yep.
It just forces them into that spot where they have to be careful. So, you know, and Snap. Snap is doing a really good job, but Frosty is, like, let's give credit where credit is due here. Frosty is doing a phenomenal job of calling out some of the nonsense here, you know. We're seeing these mashes from neutral, and he's just getting it, and Frosty's in a position to punish it. Yeah.
To just... The constant pressure from the running R1s and the very little recovery on everything he's just had. Just kudos to Frosty for just, you know... What do you say? I don't know, man. Let's do it.
Let's crack on with this. Safety off?
Probably not. Anyway.
Yeah. Hey, and there we go.
2.
Give us the count in.
2-1 Snapcaster in the semifinals. Frosty with his little buff there, his little golden vow. I've never seen that done in my life before, and I've seen a lot of nonsense.
I have seen it done in the chain tourney. That was the first time I'd seen something. And the magic grease. What?
He's probably, so there's no cheat engine, so he's probably out of lightning grease or something. I don't know.
I see in these R2, he has the ability to trade into that and win it because it's cross damage. Interesting.
A nice crouch R1 there. Forcing Snap out of the corner.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Good punish.
Yes, sir.
Frosty's not out of it yet. Force back now is the side of Snap, but Frosty is a couple of true combos away from being put in a world of hurt, and the rollbacks come out. Oh, beautiful miss space punish there is Snap, and we see the full combo come out here.
Frosty getting caught quite a bit with that final R2, final bit of the barbaric roar there.
And I think both of them are out of tier now, aren't they?
Nice bonus punish into the R1.
And Snap is doing a good job of trying to condition Frosty here. It goes for one of them more than the other.
Oh, the aromatic hits hard, and the jumping R1 beautifully played.
GG.
Using these things to great effect here. We've seen the kill versus Charles, and then again, insane
match.
That was marvelous. Marvelous play, Frosty. Well deserved.
Very cute. It's good to see the. So here's the funny thing. Here's the cool thing that I've noticed in my time hosting tournaments and participating. Things go in and out of vogue like you wouldn't believe. I think in very early tournaments people were messing around with the aromatics and they kind of fell out of favor. But
yes,
now it's fun to see an awful lot of the stuff we've seen in earlier tournaments make a return. It's a wonder we haven't seen any of the gravity fans coming out. That's something we haven't seen in ages. It's been a hot minute since I've seen since they were popular, and with the poise damage changes they were.
And
it's curious.
And kudos to Frosty just for going through the PvE on PlayStation just to get the perfumes, because you can't just
honest gamer.
Yep. You got to put the work in to get them. You can't just cheat engine them into your world. Unfortunately, bestie. But we're just waiting to get. I believe it's Frosty, the ice cold dude that he is, to get him in world, and here we have him. 2-2. Raskills,
right.
Save Wizard. That works too. Again, are we gonna see Frosty's buff get punished this time? Who knows? All right.
Who knows,
gentlemen?
I'm ready whenever you are.
3, 2, 1.
Boom. And he's the mix-up from the get-go. Oh, almost getting that frost pot. The other one comes in and baits in that bit of pressure. We're going to see the swap over to HTS.
Nice running R2 from the
5-11.
HTS.
You're the HTS expert here, Mr. Veggie. How does this matchup look, or have you had a chance to experiment with it? Ouch.
So I think HTS on this patch took a major hit in its aerial game due to that one hit everything poise breaking. I think it's better used on deck, but that running R2 is a mix up in the way Frosty uses it. It's always going to work. Because he's so adept at sneaking it in there, it's hard to strafe it, you know, because it's so easily strafed. But Frosty's a different beast, right? So he's going to be able to use HTS to great effect regardless of how the game's playing. Nice R2. That was the second chain in the Barbaric Roar that Frosty haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, and again, like I was saying earlier on, like going for these little mix-ups and conditioning, like tricks, is the side of Snapcaster. It's a mental game he's going for, and Frosty's doing a good job of changing it up himself, swapping from the HTS just as you were talking about it. I think out of spite more so than anything else. The frost proc does go through, and
not a bad trade. We're pretty even here. Well, Snap still has the tier.
Aromatic goes out, but he's not going to get any utility out of it. I wonder, Rollins unfortunately aren't particularly good in guitars because it has that 2, it has that 1-2, the uppercut into like the little punch out. So it's not quite as good. It's not a more aromatics. Damn, he's going to have to do some PvE grinding after this. If that's kind of rough. Snap is in the corner once again. Is he going to Mayweather his way out of it? He does.
I think one more running R1 will do the trick. Cheeky frost
or a
pot.
frost pot if he manages to land it.
So I'm interested to see where Snap's going to go moveset wise. If he's going to try to Barbaric Roar his way out of it, if he's going to try the R2 True combo. He's got a lot at his disposal. He's playing quite passive though.
Yeah, I think he's a frost proc away though. If he's not careful, no, he just has a little bit 90. I think both of them are just shy of one shot here. At least goes to the run R1.
Frosty doing a good job of respecting the running R1s and being cognizant.
And Snap has been super careful. The trick comes out. That's going to be Frosty. Moving on.
I don't know if he had an input eaten or he lost his stamina, but Frosty, GG's, man. Finishing it up with the R1 spam. That's 3-2, correct?
That is correct and right.
All right.
That's 3. Yeah, that's 3-2. My God, what a way to finish it out. Very, very well played to Frost.
So I'm going to check in Clevie and Eli. I do believe Eli has won that. Yep, Eli.
Yep. It's going to be Eli versus Steph. They're both.
They're going right
Italians,
now.
you were saying.
0-1. Eli is up 1-0, and then Hoog and Snap are up as well. And then we will go to the semis, or the pseudo finals.
Winners finals. This is one of the. This is really exciting. It's going to be Frosty versus Raskills. Both of them have tournaments under their belts. Again, it's the superstar side of the bracket here now.
Yes,
and
sir.
Obviously, I'm pretty excited to see how this next one is going to go. Obviously, it's going to be Steph versus Eli. You're saying Eli is 1 point up, and Snap is going to be going up against Hugo.
Yes, sir. Two seconds, and I will return momentarily. I'm just gonna grab something.
No worries, but that's been your favorite fight so far, chat. How are you feeling about it so far? How are you feeling? Because that last fight was really, really good, and even one of the earlier rounds, I think I liked the Unservant duel. Last one was a banger. Yeah, it was a really good fight. And again, kudos to Frosty here for bringing out the Spark Aromatics. They're really funny. Lost his save file corruption. Oh no. 0-2. Unfortunate, bestie. Unforge. I mean, if it works, it works. Charles, these were some really good fights. I'm not complaining if watching these ones back. Yeah, keep it simple, stupid, right? The PlayStation has that functionality.
You probably should take over. I'm back, folks. And just holding it down today. My brain is like gone.
Well, what Elden Ring does to MF, my friend.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's my that's my replay on PlayStation. There's a way to do it through OBS, but like, let's be real, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and then you have to find your save files. Yeah, there's no need for any of that nonsense.
I wish I was more adept to the OBS and the content creation, but it's just not me, man. I'm just doing my best here. So let's.
No, you're doing a wonderful job.
Oh, thank you so much, sweetheart. Thanks for coming, by the way.
I'm here. I'm just here to flutter my eyes at you, darling. Okay.
Sure. Ras. Let me change the names this time. So we're going to text properties. Yeah, I decided, but looking at the VOD, I needed to have, like, I was foregoing this, but I needed to have this. It's important so people know what they're looking at. Hello, cat. Your cat's having a moment. Okay, folks.
All right.
Winners finals. So I would say this is a repeat of the bronze match.
Mm-hmm.
And the FOC test tournament.
I believe so.
Close enough. They didn't fight in the last tournament because Bev and Frosty, which was a goated fight, by the way.
That was really fun to watch. I caught that one on stream. There was a lot going on there. That was an interesting exchange, and Bevan was on the warpath that stream.
There was a moment in there where Frosty's spacing was just incredible. When so nice. And then Bevan was able to come back as Bevan does, and then kind of take the third. Yeah, we fought semifinals and warm-up FOC, me and Frosty. So we're kind of on our game, man. We've been around.
Thereabouts. Although it's not the first and it's far from the last. I'm sure these two will meet in bracket again.
Ras, you gonna pull up, my guy? Pull up to your
It's your match. It's your match for Raskills.
You getting sleepy over there?
Pardon?
You getting sleepy over there?
No, just if I talk too much, gotta catch my breath. All Gucci, my friend. Right? We're all good.
So Ras should be here, and then Eli.
Should it?
Steph and Eli, how are you guys doing it? It's best of three. So first to two and losers. All losers rounds are first to two. Just want to make that clear.
All of them, yeah, all the way through.
Yes,
Phenomenal.
Even if it's on stream. Vegetable, I won 2-0 against Baymore. Good job, Eli. So Eli will be in losers finals, which we may or may not have on stream, depending on how this best of 5, first to 3, and the win. For losers finals, this will give us bronze. So $10 whole to the winner, but hey, it's not about the money.
That's ramen for a day. He's gonna they're gonna be over the moon.
Also, thanks to staff today for putting up the funds for this one. I'm sitting this one out, which is great. If anybody else wants to donate, we won't steal your money. Oh, Snapcaster on the Cypher Pod is, I fucking love my language, but I love these things. And then Frosty on his trusty catbird.
That's 5 Magic the Gathering packs. That's not to be
Why
sneezed at.
you know, it blows my mind that you play that.
What Magic?
Yeah, that Braun plays it. It's like he plays.
Wait, Braun plays Magic?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he plays it.
I used to play it until everyone started buying cards, like singularly, and then I was like, I'm out. That's too much money. But either way, enough about silly cardboard crack. Let's talk about the funny, pretty colors on screen. All right,
Yeah,
Veggie, I am ready at your leisure.
Yeah, let's get it knocked out. I'm gonna that's a thrusting sword.
Is the safety off?
Probably not, but I don't want to risk it, so we're gonna do this. There we go.
Boom. Yo, away we go, and we see the buffs coming off from both of our players. We get
And Frosty gets a taste of his own medicine there. I love this weapon, man. I love the Cypherpotas so much.
Yeah, they even the weapon art isn't dreadful as well, which is kind of interesting to run attacks into mash there. That's the setup. But the run R2s come out aren't going to connect, but definitely keeps up that pressure when we see Frosty here.
Snap looking very good on the Potus. Frosty with a nice R1 punish. Ooh, nice little combo there. Into the chilling mist. Snap needs to get out of there. He's going to get proc.
But Frosty's going to not come out of that one unscathed as well. He's actually taking it, and that's going to be the tier proc, Veggie.
Yes, sir. This man can play this weapon so well. It's got so much, and I think without the barbaric roar, I think it's kind of loosened him up to be able to play the fists in a way that's just, you know, kind of more instinctive.
Oof, the runs come out there, but none of them going to
I'm
and
waiting
the
for
instinctive
him
is it as well.
to sneak in this R2 combo here, and it's going to be very hard for Frosty to come back. Snap with all the wizard tools that he has on this build, looking for him to sneak in like a catch flame. This is like, but no counting Frosty out though with this setup here.
Yeah, not for sure, but having that sling in his pocket now is real rough. Real rough. That's a bad time to be Frosty, because again, at any given time you can see that swap over, and it's just brought, and it's just gonna be real nasty. Oh, 52 damage on the board. He's very close to death, but just the roll discipline on the side of Frosty here, Veggie. It's kind of crazy.
No,
not that time though.
It's only so much you can. There's only so much between sling and that. There's only so many times that you can roll it, and then kudos to Frosty for staying alive as long as he did.
Had a bad start to the round, and Snap just pulled through and went in with those patas. That was
and that's what they can do. You hit that R1, and if you don't roll out, you're gonna get that follow-up spam guaranteed, or you get that true combo R2. You're in trouble, man. They're very good.
Yeah, and as well as that, like if Frosty does decide to throw out one of those presses to try and force counter pressure to keep Snapcaster honest. At the end of the day, like that trade is going to kill him when he's that low. Like it's very difficult for him to claw back, even though if anyone could do it, it would be Frosty, especially in this like losers finals.
I just want to remind our participants that this is first to 2.
Yeah, you do not. You've had your stock to play around, unfortunately. Now it has to be for real on G.
On G.
On big G, man.
And let's not forget Snap has the coded option.
That's terrifying. Would he switch to PSSS into Frosty though? That's a matchup that Frosty knows probably at this stage like the back of his hand. Not sure if that's necessarily the play.
I don't think so. Snap is very good with Potas. I fawn over this setup. I really do. It's my favorite in the game.
It's the small lightsabers. It is kind of cute. I will give it that much. Cute and does nuclear damage because Faith. But either way, I am ready, sir. Ladies and gentlemen. Frosty on the left, Caster on the right. Allez.
Frosty avoiding the punish this time.
Will he avoid it again? They both of them decide. Same brain cell went off.
I love that. Like players who have. This is a whip. This is a freaking whip.
The Arumi? Of course Frosty would. To put it very simply.
Snap back in his corner.
He's really chilling. He's chilling in that corner, you know. And the Iceman at his door, you got to be careful. The Urumi's an interesting setup. It's a very very interesting one. It doesn't have very good damage, but you have an awful lot of mixes that you can do. You can force people into mistakes, but
I don't
damage.
know how. It's working out in his favor. I was just gonna say I don't know how I feel about it, but leave it to Frosty to just chip away with this.
Yeah, and again, someone with the roll discipline that Frosty has, like, it is definitely one of the things, but Snap is just able to output so much pressure here. Very, very good run out there, though, on the side of Frosty. He has the spacing down, and now we see them there. The trade comes out. Very, very slight win there on the side of Snap, and we see the mash, and we see the run R2 come out. It isn't going to connect, though.
When it does, it's... what is it? Is our cheeky aromatic?
Ooh, sparks are
Frosty's
flying.
super proficient with this Arumi. There it is! Oh, I thought he was gonna nail it for sure. Nice jumping
but that
R1.
one lands.
Snapping control here. Frosty pulling it back.
He most certainly is slowly but surely chipping away, but he's one mess up away from just taking nuclear tiers of damage. And I think that the jump ins there on the side of Snap are really, really nice as well. We see those more run R1s come out, and this is interesting. Oh, the R2 comes out, that's a trade. But managing to get the roll out there is the side of Snapcaster.
It's hard to deal with the whip when you don't see it often.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's I'd be curious as to how many people are rocking whips at the moment on PSN, as we do see the sling come out now, and that's
see a lot of rocks, a lot of rocks being there.
The swap back over to two-handed and the mash afterwards. Snap has to be real careful. He can end it right here if he plays this correctly, but Frosty's not going down without a fight, as we do see it there. The punish and the feather swap.
A lot of whiffs on the side of Snap here. I think he's kind of. I think he needs to take a step back. I think the whip is getting to him a little bit.
Yeah, but we see these chained
R1
one after the other.
And why not?
Uh-oh, both of them I think are pretty much one shot here.
Ah!
Barely by a hair's breadth. God, that was a really, really solid roll. This could go either way.
Yes, sir. Kudos to Frosty. Snap with the swap into the Twin Bird Kite Shield there.
He's gonna need everything he can get. I'd imagine there's a little bit of regen going on as well, just so he can tank one of those hits. Good, a bit of like that jump in there just kind of kept Snap real honest there on that one, and the force away there. Note the spacing as well that they're taking as we see the run R1's.
Frosty's kind of got the strafing of the running R1 down here.
He's definitely an awful lot more comfortable, and there almost catches Snap by a hair's breadth, just misses. He's going to be hit for 104.
Oh goodness.
God. This is literally last hit, and now comes the mash, and that's going to be Frosty taking the stock.
Nice play, Frosty.
Oh my God.
Frosty beats Snap with the two-handed whip.
Oh my God.
Now, I wouldn't say
grab.
that was only a Frosty type of thing.
Whips are interesting. They're in a weird spot. I think that they might be slightly overlooked. If I think in my head, especially with the rooming, given that you have so many ways to mess with someone, I think they're just shy of meta. It's kind of where of being in kind of like regular tournament play.
Just shy. I think that's an accurate assessment for sure.
Whips are the worst weapons in the game, and I think Arumi is the exception here because you have tools.
Yes,
it has a lot of tools. It's two-handed Arumi is actually viable. I don't think it is. I think only Arumi is the only whip that has any hope of ever making it into a bracket. It's still kind of like, I think that's me personally. It's not quite able to do it. just shy of there.
Well, we will.
Either way.
Oh, that's a thrusting sword.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna roll in on it.
Uh-oh. Alright, either way. This is gonna be
Frosty said, fuck that. Alright, guys. Let's go.
On a 3, on a 2, and a 1, away we go here
He's
for this
having
match
none of that shit.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Twin Blade out on the Twin Blade here versus the TS. This is gonna be this is not a matchup I've ever seen really play out. Obviously, what rapiers are available?
So S stock is unbanned on our leaderboard. So this is probably S stock. I use Roger just because of the PC factor, and you can see here just the power of the setup.
Thrusting Sword is probably one of the top setups right now, especially on in a rule set, and even outside of rule set. Just that they had those roll-ins are just horrific.
Yep. I was catching shit the other day for talking about just playing roll-in TS, but like I don't mean like every attack is a roll-in, but that roll-in is extremely viable. And that is kind of the problem with the weapon, is that roll-in stagger comes out so fast.
Yeah, it's oof.
I'd like to see more neutral. A little bit too much spam here, but I'd like to see a little bit more neutral R1 from Snap a little more calculated. But then again, it might not matter because this weapon is so freaking good.
Yeah, and we see the swap back over
is
here.
Frosty
Frosty's
right
reconsidered.
He's
back onto the katanas. And he's back onto the tried and true.
Maybe a little bit too late at this point.
Never count out Frosty, my friend.
Sir.
Frosty is built different.
As different as they come.
Frosty's kind of chilling in that distance, and we're trying to see the backswing attempts here on the side of Snapcaster, but if he's not careful, it's
nice
call
punish
out
and then a
frost
proc.
This again could go either way. I think it's way too early to call this one either way. Like both katanas and thrusting swords here are in a really good spot, and we see that roll. Those just roll out. The jump attack comes out through there as well. This is just smart play. We see the tier proc. Oh, the halberd comes out to call him out. Are we gonna see? Frost?
Oh, he's out of FP. What? What a terrible way to end that.
What?
GG,
There's
Frosty.
no shot.
For fuck's sake.
GG. You're gonna have to. You know these people a little bit better than I do. Could you explain what we just witnessed here?
So we've seen a lot of success early on from Snap with the change in the thrusting sword, and then we've seen some good adaptation from Frosty. He was able to switch out to his normal setup, and then kind of a miscalculation there from Snap. I think a little bit too spammy, and then Frosty took advantage of that with good spacing and nice punishing with the frost proc, and then we just seen a blunder. Braun, where's the blunder emote?
We need the blunder here for that one. That was rough, and I just want to say GG's to Snapcaster for helping put on one hell of a show for that round. That was a good round, man. Well played to both, and unfortunately there's no losers bracket.
So
So
Snap,
it's going to be the end of Snap.
You are contesting. Unless you are contesting, we're going to go ahead and mark it, and then we're going to send Snap. Frosty does have to wait, yeah, Frosty has to win 2 straight stocks, first to 3 against Rask to take it home.
Raskills versus the Frosty dude. This is gonna be an interesting one. I'm curious. He was skipping everywhere for me too. Okay.
I just want to make sure that I'm not getting any video or anything from Snap.
I think if we give it just a moment, just to maybe message both of the players and just get the perspectives again. PSN, you're blessed with the ability to just record things right off the bat, so please, ladies and gentlemen, send them on as quickly as you can so we can crack on or figure out what we're doing. Just do it on seamless. I think you might be onto something there, or orangutan.
Braun, pull up. We're gonna do math. Yeah.
You could do it on seamless.
Yeah, let's go.
Boot up PC real quick.
Boot it up.
What's up, Space Ranger? How's it going, brother?
Space
well
Ranger.
done.
Okay,
for the...
Snap is sending some video. And,
yeah. Could you, if Frosty would do the exact same, if we need to restart routers and try and at least have that last round be done.
Snap's gonna contest. So he's gonna send me video. You gonna do YouTube here, buddy, or are you gonna send PSN? What's your plan? And then while we're waiting for that, BRB, and then we'll go ahead and.
I'm gonna do. You need to. Thank God I'm addicted to nicotine. I'll be back in a sec.
All right, buddy.
Either way, as a precaution, I've asked that both players reset routers, restart game, do all that kind of thing, just as we're getting everything sorted out. I think that's probably the safest thing. Just in the off chance that something is askew and we require you in.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can't overturn that. There's, I told Snap, Frosty, there's nothing, it's not egregious, right? So there's nothing in there that's like, oh fuck, I can't overturn that. So I'm gonna have Frosty's gonna, there's some net, there's some lag, but there's no skipping to the point of where, like, I think that it was super. Yeah, we're gonna stick with it. Snap, sorry man, Frosty won that. Hard decision to make, but
the Lord and Master has decided, and so it shall be done. GG's to both. Well played to everyone.
Whoops! There. Look at that. Look at that transition.
Oh, yo.
And it's fine. Let's go.
Nice. We will soon figure it out.
And here are the barbaric roar fists.
Once again, just to fully traumatize poor Frosty.
Yes, sir. All right, folks. Are we ready to go?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. On a 3, on a 2, on a 1. Alex. And the bolt is out. We're going to see the buffs coming out from both of our players. Raskills not managing to get a punish in either of the buffs of Frosty. Swap over here. You're going to see the HTS now on the side of Frosty, two-handing it as well.
You know,
yeah, this is.
Rascals seems to be in love with these darts, this tourney. Nice jumping R1 into the Barbaric Roar.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
And Rast just beating the living daylights out of Frosty. and I will say, as brain dead as people tend to think the Barbaric Roar is, Rast is... He's much better with them than the average player. He does a very good job. It's not just the Ash. He plays them very well.
Yeah, and you have a very difficult, and he just walks straight through him. That's tragical, as I believe the words we'd use in that one. Oh dear.
Yes. He just. Good God, man. We gotta like. I'll give Rast that he's better than your average bear with these Barbaric Roars, but we gotta evaluate this because he just beat the shit out of him.
It was not great.
I mean, there's nothing you can do. It's like it was a nice R2 by Frosty, but you just ate the whole thing. It's totally balanced.
It's hyper armor memento, I think.
Yep.
So the way on paper, so this is the way you bait out the attack. This is pretty much the same as dealing with any other hyper armor weapon. The problem is that fists have a really good approach. In terms of whether or not you want to make a ruling against them, that's I can't really help you there as far as I'm concerned.
You know,
I'm not really.
It's not my call. Fortunately, Frosty has been put on our rules committee, so when we do meet, he will be able to put his input in on as well. But I think he's going to play much more patiently this time.
He has to.
Yeah.
He has no choice in the matter, and again, being forced in. It's pretty nasty, and we see it here. The regular R2 is better, but does 600 plus damage.
Kudos to Rast, you know, he hits that jumping R1 and then immediately into that Barbaric Roar Fist, and that's kind of like, you know, not something that you would see a normal player that's just monkey mashing do, you know, it's a calculated thing, so kudos to him. It's not just the Ash, I'm telling you people, he's very good with this. Anyway, moving on.
I'm ready whenever you are.
I'm out of bolts.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dear God. That's fine. Gentlemen, I hope you get this. Good to go.
And they're good to go. They figured it out. Let's go. Not quite as dramatic. We do see an immediate punish, though, right off the bat here from Frosty, and the swap back over from Grand Sax over to the cat. And there we go. Yep, 650 and stuck in the corner. Is he gonna? He manages to get out of it more or less unscathed. Frosty is playing so aggressively here, and Raskills just has the ability to say no at any given moment. Again, it's a frame 6 hyper armor. He manages to get that 700 damage there from the R2. Dead angles away, but is going to get a little bit of punish for this for that whiff. The jump attack comes out, is not going to land. We are going to see the run attack come out here. Jump R1's coming out as well. A lot of moveset variety here, considering that he can just R2 on reaction against 90% of the stuff that Frosty does if he's not careful. And
it's the conditioning factor, right? Because you know he's waiting on it, and I think he wants to heal his bullies first.
Well, speaking of conditioning, Frosty is also doing his fair share of conditioning here as well. Having that hyper armor option, if Frosty ever chooses to fully commit, and you know, as anyone tell you in relationships, being as non-committal as humanly possible is totally a good idea. Oh my God, managing to just about get away with that, and we see the Barbaric Roar come out. Frosty managing to get the chip there. Goes for the jump attack, not able to land, and managing to get a little bit more damage. That was a Frosty moment. I think both of our players are pretty Gucci. Could have been just a
little bit of a thing there, I noticed.
That might be worth asking the players afterwards, but either way, we are going to see the R1 come out. Does manage to connect, and there we go. Frosty is so low, and Raskills by the skin of his teeth manages to take it. Oh my God.
Oh, my face. Is it 2-0?
What a beast! What a beast! He's lagging everywhere for me.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of lag there. Do you mind just shutting off that thing? Yeah, it's still kind of doing its thing now. Yeah, I did notice a little bit of a.
Yeah, there was a skip. There was a skip. That was That's not. No, the good old-fashioned PlayStation.
Let me get my bolts back right quick as well, so my game will reset.
Yeah, thank you, Frosty. You doing it without even needing to be asked. We appreciate that, man.
Yes. But fortunately, or unfortunately for Frosty, Raz is still on the winning side of that, so we'll go 2-0 regardless.
By a hair's breadth, though. That was a very tight match. If Frosty had managed to connect, I think another R1. I think a stiff breeze would have actually taken out Raskills there. That was rough. That was very, very rough. But fair play to both of them. They definitely know how to put on one hell of a show.
So moving losers here, we're gonna have Eli in Snap in losers finals. If you guys want to go ahead and
get that started, I suppose.
Yeah, we are gonna get started with that since it's gonna be first to two. Lulu, thanks for coming out. Everybody else in losers, thanks for playing today. I really appreciate you. We all appreciate you.
No, you all played a blinder, lads. Thanks again for being so cooperative and helping out Veggie here. That was I understand it's a time commitment for everyone involved, and we do appreciate it. So thank you all so very much.
Clevey, thanks for coming. All right.
Good to see you play, brother. Good to see you play, Clevey. Well done, gamer. Yeah, it's Eli versus Snap now. Oof. Pretty interesting. No, Veggie deserves more thanks than I do. Clevey, he has done all the work, all the organising, and herding cats is the easiest way of describing it. So it's Veggie who deserves the thanks.
My brain is like fried for casting today, so I really appreciate you coming.
No.
Plus, it's yeah,
do you say for real on God in real life? No, Rex. No, I do not.
You just
that
did.
would be cringe.
I
see what you did there. I see what you did there. Yeah, Veggie, exactly. He definitely deserves a round of applause for this. He's doing a phenomenal job.
Okay, so 2-0. Maybe I'll.
This could.
Let me see how the Buckeyes doing. Man, they're it's gonna be a rough season, man. It's gonna be a rough season.
They're winning.
Yeah, they're winning, but they should be blowing their asses out. No, man. No such thing. Anyway, Inda. Anyway.
Sorry, excuse me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna have.
Let me take this one. I don't think I've taken one yet.
Yeah, you go for it.
Pop one in if you feel me sinking here. I should be all right though.
You got this. Go for it, homie. Go for it.
Count me in and with the Ale.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do have Frosty in the far corner. Raskills, bro, in the near. And ladies and gents, on a 3 and a 2 and a 1. Ale.
Hell yeah. So we see here as Frosty gets his buff in. Flash, and then Ras on his darts like always. He's loving these darts. Nice jumping R1 again into the whoa, barbaric roar R2. Bro, I'm losing myself here.
Keep going, brother. You got this. As the chum comes in.
There's really nothing Frosty can do with these, but try to punish with these dagger R2s. Ras has just all the priority in the world with this barbaric roar. Frosty unable to punish, and he gets it off again.
Those runs are so rough there, but Frosty's holding his composure. He's staying ice cold in the face of this adversity.
Oh, I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Stay down.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, for real?
If you can.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, me neither.
You got it. Enda.
Yeah, Enda, you got it. I'm trying to do camera and everything.
Absolute nonsense. Oh dear, as we are going to see poor old Frosty here stuck in the corner. Is he going to Mayweather is out? He does. Jumping from one corner to the other, and he just about by a hair's breadth. We do see the Frost Proc come out, and we see the dagger getting that nice little bit of chip, but can Frosty do it? Can he get away with this, Veggie? Can he do it? Oof, force back now once again, and we do see the tier proc again. As that R2, they get the reset of the good punish here from the side of Frosty. As you see the dagger coming out there, could have been called out by that R2, but he doesn't quite manage to do it. Frosty's managed to take another hit. He has, I think he's one more and then it's all over.
There's a weird consumable fetish going on this round as well, and then Frosty takes the jumping on one. 3-0.
I think the fetish got the better of him, I think, in the wind up there on that one, as is usually the case. Oof, unfortunate bestie. Yeah, those fists are twisted. The amount of damage they do, the amount of forward momentum they have, and on a bad read. On a bad read, it's a bad time. Bad time.
Okay. So we are going to do 3-0. Raskills over Frosty. So Ras in the finals. And then how we doing losers?
Well, I'm going to take this, as we get caught up with losers,
Yes, sir.
we're going to take this opportunity to grab some water and inject nicotine. So I'll be back in just a moment.
Thank you, Endo. Bro, I am brain dead today, gentlemen. Seamless is goated. Hey. Just trying to catch up here. Say so. When you guys finish up, if you guys are listening, we're gonna do Frosty on stream. So losers finals on stream. And then Frosty. Hey Crab, how are you? I'm glad Enda's here, man, because dude. The input delay on PSN is actually like a full. It's pretty bad, dude. Like it's god awful, to be honest. Thanks, Crab Cakes. You're gonna be Frosty. You're either gonna have Eli or Snap. Oh goodness. BRB.
Need of.
Yeah, everybody in this house or my house.
Yo, I'm on my way. Okay, I'll bring the whiskey.
Yeah.
But either way, we do have both of our contestants in. It is going to be Frosty versus Raskills, bro.
Both play. Oh, Frosty with the barbaric roar. Both players looking fist. Let's do
The
it.
mirror.
Let's
this is
do
one of
it.
the. This is Frosty on the fists, dude. I never thought I'd see the day. But yeah, we're going to see both of them playing it very carefully. See the run R2s come out, not quite able to connect though. And obviously here Frosty kind of been a little bit more careful as we see Raskills going, setting up that Barbie roar there, and just they're both chilling. We see this nice bit of spacing come out. The neutral skip comes out there. But 600 damage. It's her 1100 on the board. And there you go. Oh, Frosty manages to eat that, and again, more damage on the board. Raskills just far more comfortable on this setup. We see the jump attacks come out here, and following up that little bit of a mash at the end. Frosty chilling. Oh my god. 565 and he walks into it.
As we see the excitement from Raskills.
Takes the set. G's. Oof.
Oof is correct.
Oof. That's 1 point to Raskills. And what is it? First to 2, Mr. Vegetables?
First to 3.
So that's 1 down.
Just trying to get that out of the way for you.
Alright, well, we're going to be moving on now into the next round. It is going to be Raskills with the first point. Raskills even. And now Frosty has quite a hill to climb. He is the first stock to play around with. And now it's going to be interesting to see how he moves on in this next one. We have Raskills. That pick up?
Yeah, of course.
There we go. Yeah. Happens to the best of us.
I haven't done any fooling around with the contestants today.
You've been remarkably well behaved, I must say. GG, man.
I think he's got it pretty much figured out now. The net issues, anything going on. It's just rough net. Could have been on my end too. You know, you never know. All right, guys. 1-0.
All right, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Whenever you all. All right, kaboom! And we are going to see the physics here from both the barbaric roars, the screaming at each other from across the field, and Raskills is going to take just a little bit of damage as we see the double-handed lance, and goes for the run R1. Maybe a misinput there. Was that an R2?
Yeah, you a little extra on there. Was that an R2? I don't know. Frosty's rolls right now really on point there.
Frosty again. I've remembered the first time we seen him in a bracket, and it was the first thing that we both with everyone remarked on is how good his rolls are. And we see the barbaric roll come out, jump attack comes out. We see the roll into a rolling R1. Obviously not the best option, but it still does the job, and it keeps Frosty honest from that little bit of chip. And Raskills here kind of has the determining the pace of the fight, I think, as the run R1s come out. Does manage to get that little bit of counter pressure, but Raskills is right back in on top of him again, Veggie.
Yes, sir. I'm just trying to focus on my camera work here since it is the finals.
No worries. And
Thanks
as we're looking
for doing what you do.
No worries, brothers. You know, we see this coming out here, and Raskills is coming out, and just looking at that there, the roll, those rolling attacks, they are risky. They can be called out, but the barbaric roar is going to call it out too. Both sides taking a nice little bit of chip. That aggression on the side of Raskills, really, really nasty. But that interrupt, beautifully done here by Frosty, and he's not out of it yet. It's far too early to call as we see the tier proc jump R1 comes out, and another little bit of chip comes out here for Frosty. Both of them are chipping each other down slowly but surely. There's a life advantage here for Frosty, but it's
nice
very,
punish
very
on
close.
the barbaric roar call.
Beautiful punish indeed. More chip damage come out, 272. Frosty's going to be very close to that proc, but Raskills
He's
is
got
on
the
death's
timing down,
door.
doesn't he?
If anyone was going to get the timing down, it would be Frosty. Veggie would very much be Frosty. As we see these roll-ins, that's going to be the tier proc. They're both pretty close to each other. Oh, but Raskills manages to eat that jump attack.
Back again with the aromatic.
Setting up now, I'd imagine here for another roar attempt, but he has to be careful as we see that long turnaround here. But Frosty's gone. He's getting out of dodge.
Frosty's still not safe from that R2.
Very
R2
much
will
not
probably
so.
do it. I don't know if I do believe Rask can probably roll in on one of these jump R1s. I don't know if
has
the
to be
fist
careful.
moveset though is conducive to that.
He has to be careful because of how the fists work. They hit once, they hit him with the double whammy, one with low poise damage and the other one with higher. So he might not guarantee a poise break unless he has poise chip. So it's actually a rare opportunity for poise counting to matter. Miscalculated,
Yes,
and
sir.
it goes down to a 1-1. Oh dear.
Well played, Frosty. Good match.
That was so close. Them coming towards the end there. Jeez.
Oh no.
What a. They're definitely keeping us on the edge of our seats here, Veggie. That was a crazy match, dude. Holy moly. What, like, looking at it there, it's like both of them were more or less one shot. It's interesting that Raskills decides to go for that punish. I'm fairly sure he thought he had him killed, but Frosty, ice cold as ever, made the calculations. He had the that GIF where someone has the math equations going around in the background. That was Raskills, but unfortunately just blundered, and that was the end of that. GG's to both though. What a match, and this. Still 2 matches to go for both, so there's still more tournament to go, and if Frosty manages to pull through, he has a bit of a hill to climb, but he's definitely keeping Raskills honest. For real.
I think Frosty waiting on Frosty's doing a little bit of build optimization right now.
Has to be done.
So 1-1 Ras and Inda, or 1-1 Ras and Frosty.
Ginny, I'm in the tournament now. Ginny,
Yes,
let
sir.
me boot up real quick. Let me boot
Yes,
up
sir.
real
Boot
quick.
it up. Whew.
Yeah, it's a curious one. It's a curious matchup. It's not a matchup I've ever seen before.
Yeah, I'm really. I was really surprised by the success of that Great Spear. We'll see what he's going to run this time. But that seems to be the play. Like the timing he has with it, with the punish of that barbaric roar, is kind of keeping Ras on his toes, kind of keeping him from spamming that ash.
Keeps him honest as well, and I think that's
What is
pretty
this?
important.
That is a twin
Is that a
blade.
pipe?
And as we
It's
see,
twin blade.
if you notice here, both contestants, the participants, kind of have that. I think that's the Highland axe, which buffs buffs the barbaric roar.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm ready. I'm ready whenever you are, Mr. Vegetables. Kaboom! Out goes the bolts here. We're going to see the physics here before the players. The Barbie roar comes out here on the side of Raskills, and the twin blades. It does get a little bit of a chip there right off the bat at the side of Raskills.
I'm a little bit interested to see how he utilizes the chilling mist, of course, but how he and then the frostpock for Ras getting a little overly aggressive there with the R1 spam, and Frosty takes advantage of it. Oh, nice running R1 there. I believe what it was.
Oh, but the
gets
barbaric
caught
roar
with
for
the barbaric
1200.
roar, and then here comes the ape from Raskills and Frosty. I just don't think that weapon, he's trying it out, but I don't think it has the range here to compete and punish this ash.
And the ash is definitely one of the things, and again, that those R2s, the bread and butter of your twin blade is your running attacks. That is quite literally the.
But that is a quick little turnaround there and then into the chilling mist.
It's interesting, and we're seeing it here. We go for these. Do we see these jumps coming up? And Raskills managing to land that jump attack here, and oof,
And
very
then,
nicely done. That's
there's no answer. No 2-1 Wrath.
2-1.
No answer for the barbaric roar.
Yeah, and again, it's the gap closing. What Twin Blade has as a setup is it is a really good closing game. Most of its attacks have. Yeah, it's rough. It's very rough. Like, if Frosty goes for the bread and butter of that setup where he forces the run attacks, Raskills can just call it out. It's all about the mix game that Frosty can do to try and bait out the barbaric roar and then go in and punish, and then see and wait whether or not he's going to do the follow up and then pre-space it out and then come in and punish then again. Right? That's the exchange more or less.
Here we go, and now we're seeing Frosty on his quintessential patch 1.10 setup, his catbird, what he's most comfortable with. So this is a match point for Ras here. If he wins, that'll do it. So folks,
remains to be seen.
Here we go.
Kaboom! And out goes the boat.
Oh, big flash punish for 404 damage.
But that chip at the start is all well and good, and forced back now once again.
Unfortunately, Frosty still hasn't used his flask.
Did he not actually manage to use it?
No, sir. Unless he's gonna have to find time to do that, and a little bit of skipping there.
Yeah, we may need to check in. I think that's probably the safest thing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, and the attacks come out there. He's going to manage to get that little bit of chip damage there is the side of Frosty. Obviously, the Frost proc is going to be rolled here on the side of Raskills. And force back now. Frosty is chilling here in center. Goes for the jump attack. The jumps coming in through here, none of them are really landing, and Raskills swaps back over to the fists. Interesting, we see the Barbie roar come out once again.
I am a little bit. So it's unfortunate that the turning kind of today has been kind of plagued by the connection and net issues. I'm not really used to it. The past 3 we've done we haven't had any issues.
Yeah, it's the unfortunate reality of these online tournaments, and I'd be curious. We'll check in with all the contestants and we'll figure out a way that's more manageable. I think is probably the play for future events. It is, again, having any event plagued with connection issues is bad from a player perspective. It's bad from a hosting perspective. But sometimes calls have to be made and sometimes they're uncomfortable. But that damage, the 309 there on the board, there you go. That's waiting for that barbaric roar, goes for that, and we see the dab coming out here. Oof.
Well, that'll about do it, I think, for today.
Well, I just want to say, first and foremost, thank you to all of our contestants, without whom could not be done. You are all absolutely phenomenal. We love and appreciate you all. And of course to the wonderful staff over at the I call you all the Apestation crowd. It's that bloody profile picture catches me off every time.
Fucking great, right? Freaking great, right? So yeah, big thanks to Poya and Steph, Clem, Snap, and who am I missing? Clevey. Last but not least, for their continued contribution as staff for the server. Basically, they make sure everything looks good, smells good. We're doing our best. We're gonna have another, hopefully before the end of the month is out, have another tournament. My overall, I don't think my, what do you call it? had a little bit of issues. This is the first time. I don't know if it's because the patch has been around a little bit or people don't like it. Some promotion issues on my end. It hasn't been the best put together tournament, but we are, you know, succeeding and continuing to have these tournaments monthly. Thanks for Endo for carrying. He offered to do it, and then he showed up. You know, it's a Saturday evening for him, so thanks to him for like kind of carrying the casting today. I'm kind of like distracted with some stuff going on, so I appreciate him. Appreciate everybody for showing up. Sorry for the the confusion there. If you're gonna contest, you gotta let me know. Snap. Thanks, and finals were great. Ras, Frosty, thanks everybody for the good fights. Thanks everybody for showing up. Appreciate it. We'll do another one here soon. But we're at 3:48 now, so just under 4 hours. So we try to keep it quick, and I just want to everybody out there, man. Like, if you want to do a tournament, let us know. We'll promote it. We're trying to get like more tournaments going, all that good stuff, right? And to go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say, I was gonna echo that. There's a bunch of people in the community who like to keep other people's events, regardless of whether or not they're involved, or either personally or otherwise. So give either myself or Veggie a call, and we'll make sure that it's promoted in some way. You know, at the end of the day, this is a community-driven event. And all of these events are community driven. We have no backup at all from either publishers or the developers themselves. So it literally can't exist unless we know that stuff is going on. So keep us in touch if you're running your own events. We love and appreciate you all, and thank you so much to Veggie for hosting this.
Into tourney win.
End of tourney when? About 3 weeks' time, we'll hopefully be hosting a PC South American tourney. So that's the plan. So
great. Lots of good South American players on the ladder on you. And again, thanks to your PvP for like doing the affiliation thing. That thing is huge. We appreciate that a lot. We'll do our best to like kind of keep everything on the level and to their standard as well, as far as how things go and how the way we manage everything. Again, thanks for coming, everybody. As far as cash prizes, get with me. We'll get you your money within the next, either tonight or the next couple of days. We're pretty good about that. And thanks. Anything? Last word?
So PC is like so much better than PlayStation, but you have no idea. No. All jokes aside, well done everyone, and chat you all the next time.
See you around. Stop streaming.